So our next progression in solving equations just involves solving with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So it's the same process as we've been working with all along. We're going to take our variables to one side, our constants to the other. So let's start with the first one. 10 minus 4x is equal to 9x. So we just want to move our variables to the same side. So I'm going to take the variable away from the constant. We're going to add 4x. That should be a minus 9. And we're going to get 10 is equal to negative 5x. And we're just going to divide by negative 5. Divide by negative 5. And we get negative 2 is equal to x. Gets a little bit more complicated when you have grouping symbols. So this type, we're going to have to distribute both sides. Alright, so we're going to get multiplied by 3, we get 9x minus 12. Multiplying by 1/4 is the same as dividing by 4, so we're going to get 8x. And I believe this is going to be 14. Let me check that. 4, 1, yep, 14. Alright, so now we're going to take our x's to the left side, because in doing so we don't end up with a negative. If we would have brought the 9 over the other way, we would have had a negative, and that gets to be confusing. And now we're going to add 12, and we end up with x is equal to 26. Alright, so again, negative 2x equals 3x plus 10. We're going to subtract 3x, subtract 3x. We're going to get negative 5x equals 10. Divide by negative 5. And x is equal to negative 2. I'm going to distribute the 1/2 as I write it down. So this is going to be 3h minus 2 is equal to negative 5h plus 1. I'm going to take the negative 5 over 5h plus 5h. We get 8h minus 2 is equal to 1. Add 2, add 2. 8h is equal to 3. Divide by 8, divide by 8, and h is equal to 3/8. I'm going to distribute this as I write it down as negative 3 over 4. So I'm dividing by 4 and multiplying by 3, so I'm going to get negative 6n. Dividing by 4 and multiplying by 3, minus 9 equals 3n minus 3. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make my n's positive if I can. We're going to get negative 9 is equal to 9n minus 3. We're going to add 3, add 3. We're going to get negative 6 is equal to 9n. Divide by 9, divide by 9. And I can take 3 out of both of those, so I'm going to have negative 2/3 is equal to n. Sometimes some things will happen that causes what are called special solutions. So anytime you're working in an equation where your variable just disappears, there's no variable on either side, and there's only numbers left, there's either going to be a true statement or a false statement. In other words, the numbers are going to be equal to each other or they're not going to be equal to each other. So I have 15x plus 6 is equal to 15x. So I'm going to take my 15x from this side over here because I have the constant already there. And now I get 6 equals 0. Well, 6 does not equal 0. So in that case, there's no solution. I'm going to multiply, do the distribution right here. I'm going to get negative 8y minus 2 is equal to negative 8y minus 2. So let's take my y's to one side or the other. It doesn't matter. And I end up with negative 2 equals negative 2, which is a true statement. So that means that there are many solutions. Some more practice here. I'm going to have 4 minus 4p after I distribute equals negative 4p plus 4. So there's many solutions to this one. We're going to have 6m minus m divided by 6 multiplied by 5 is going to be 5m minus, and I'm just going to multiply this time, 50 over 6. 6m minus m is 5m. Subtract 5m from both sides. We get 0 is equal to negative 50 over 6, so there's no solution. Okay, so here we have 10k plus 7 equals negative 3 minus 10k. I'm going to add 10k to the other side. We get 20k plus 7 equals negative 3. Subtract 7, and we end up with 20k equals negative 10. Divide by 20, divide by 20. We get k is equal to negative 1 over 2. Finally, I'm going to distribute 6a minus 6. 6a minus 6 is equal to 6a minus 6. Right now we can see that we have the same thing on both sides of the equal sign, so we know that there's many solutions, even though we didn't take and eliminate our variable there. Lastly, we looked at different types of equations, so here are some steps to help you follow depending on each equation. You may not need to use all the steps. Remember that we found that we don't have to distribute all the time if we have distribution just on one side of the equal sign, and we can work with that. But if you need to, use the distributive property to remove any grouping symbols. Simplify the expression. Combine like terms is what that means. Then take the variables to one side and the constant terms to the other side, and then get the variable by itself. And I haven't checked solutions, but I usually, if you want to check, you can. But if you follow the steps correctly, you should be in good shape.